an early extender, then listen in, because I have also been one too. And generally what it comes down to is one of two things. The first is you've just ingrained this movement pattern of extending your hips towards the ball. So hips will go towards the ball when we perform our golf swing to generate power. Or secondly, is if you just have really tight hips and you can't rotate your pelvis independently of your upper body, or you can't tilt your pelvis. So that's taking it from a cat-camel position, arching the back and then flattening the back. Because we need both of these movements in order to stay in our golf posture as we go through the swing. We don't want to early extend. Obviously it brings a whole host of different shot shapes and patterns in to play, which we want to try and avoid. So if you want to avoid that and actually use some exercises at the range or before your next round in order to just get those parts of the body firing, i.e. the pelvis and the lower body, as in the hips, then what you want to do is focus some targeted and specific stretches around there. So the first of which is a simple pelvic rotation. So I'm going to take my golf club, push it into the floor and set up in my golf posture. And I'm literally going to go through a pelvic tilt. So tilting my pelvis towards the golf club and then a rotation. So back to center, pelvic tilt, and then a rotation. Pelvic tilt, then a rotation. So I'm taking my body through the movements that I want to actually incorporate when I'm swinging the golf club. Okay, so the exact same thing. Pelvic tilt and rotation. Yep, both the same things. The next is we want to do it with a little bit of like dynamic effort. So taking our pelvis and our hips through a little more load, a little bit more dynamic effort, or like a little bit faster paced movement. So one of my favorite ones for this is a stork turn. And this is just going to actually just move it a little quicker. So hand out to the side, placing one foot behind the knee, and then I'm going to rotate my knee across the body. So going internally rotating on my hip, external rotation of my hip, and going side to side here with a little bit of dynamic effort, not too fast, not too slow. We're not trying to like throw ourselves from side to side. We're trying to feel like we're turning more into that hip and then away from the hip, and we're just getting the pelvis rotating and the hips moving. The third exercise, so this introduces a little bit of load as we do it. So what we're going to do here is a rearward lunge and then stepping up and rotating across the body. So holding the golf club out in front, or if you just wanted to hold your hands across your shoulders, you can also do that. For me, I like to hold it out here, stepping back, standing up, and knee across the body. Stepping back, stepping up, knee across the body. So what we're getting here is pelvic rotation and pelvic tilting. We're actually taking our pelvis through a tilt, but we're doing it in a standing up fashion. So when we think about the swing, exact same sort of movement there. Okay, so that's what we're looking for here is pelvic rotation, pelvic tilt. Now, if you struggle with early extension, this is one way to prime those parts of the body to get them working here. The best way to get them moving better in general is to follow a gym program. So firstly, to identify the faults or the characteristics that you have through a TPI screening, a Tideless Performance Institute screening, which someone like myself can perform. And I do with hundreds of clients online at this stage. And what we can identify is just the areas of the body which are causing that early extension, or what sort of shot shapes or patterns are coming up because of your limitations in the body. And then we can address them with exercises in the gym. So we can build range, we can build strength, and then we can build like a dynamic effort through that. Because then, only then, once you've actually built those in the gym, with weights, sets, reps, loading, all that type of stuff, then we've actually earned the right to move in those certain ways. And then we can actually just focus on like warming it up when we're actually out on the golf course. Doing these exercises isn't the be all and end all of you actually fixing early extension and addressing early extension. It's the work that you do in the gym, away from the course and away from here, that is going to build your body's ability to do that. And then you get to come to the course and practice and ingraining that movement pattern out on the course. So if you want to learn more about a TPI screening, you can shoot a comment down below or contact me on Instagram. It's just my name on Instagram. Otherwise, I hope these exercises help to fire up the right parts of the body for you the next time that you go out to the range or before your next round, and stop you from early extending.